It's been a while since Miku Expo. Well, since I went anyway. I think I went like 2 months ago, and better late than never to start talking about it. But I'll finally go through my goodie bag and basically just talk about my experience. But I mean, the basic gist of it is I had a good time, and I went with a couple of my friends, and we all had a good time. Like I kind of get that some people or well, a lot of people were disappointed about the screen and why you would illustration card. Um, but in the end, it'll still be a good time. I mean, if you really wanted to see the projection, then yeah, there wasn't much else you can do. I'm kind of thinking that it might be like some sort of what do you call it? Some kind of band-aid solution, I guess. Uh, because they have like a lot of shows this year, and the screen was just their way of like getting through all that. And I also saw, like some solutions. This is a tote bag. Where like, oh well, why not, like draw like the background of the arena or something to make it look more like she's right there, and like well, you'd have to do that for every like venue, so that's a little out there in terms of a solution. Or like make her gigantic, like make her 10 feet tall or something. I actually got this during Tell Your World. Yeah. I caught one. um and I'm like, I kind of prefer her being like 5 feet, under 5 feet, give that immersion feel. uh like, if you're gonna use a screen, which even I have to say, like, I kind of hope not, or if they do, then they like make it like even better, like, somehow like make it a really good screen or something. I have no idea. But like they could put her up on a platform, because if you're like front row or something, it can be kind of hard to see depending on how you're positioned. And I was like, in the crowd, and I couldn't see her. The concert was basically Hatsune Miku featuring like some guy's head or some guy's shoulder like most the entire time. I still had a lot of fun though. And you know, part of why I wanted to go was because I actually went to like the 2014 one, and I got to see the projection. And after that concert, after I went, um I was like, man, I really want to take my friends. So, you know, when this one rolled around, I finally got to do that. And there's like parts of me that's like, well, they had fun, so it's okay that I it's okay that it was Hatsune Miku featuring some guy's head. But and then there's also a part of me that's like, no, we need to do this again. I don't know. And just a little badge. And this is a little holder. I like this design. And finally, a fan. But the screen turned out alright. Although again, I was in the crowd, and I sort of like saw it, didn't see it. Like I imagine that, like, if you're kind of sitting on the sides, it might be like a little weird. But then that might also be the case with the projection screen. But yeah, Like that's just how it is. Like you could go and there's a projection screen and then you might be too polite to, try and ask like the big guy with the big shoulders, blocking your view, and uh, kind of ends up not being as fun. But you know, let's see, is that right? I didn't even open it right. All right, there we go. What else was I gonna say? I mean, like, I guess if you think about it, it is kind of expensive to go and like do all that. But it's like paying like $100+ to go see a movie or something. And like, yeah, that's kind of rough. But being part of the experience is there isn't anything exactly like it, and it's special. And part of that is just how Hatsune Miku is, and like the community surrounding her. Because Hatsune Miku isn't actually like a thing without like the people underneath, the people like surrounding it. She's like what you make of it. So, like if we're ever in this kind of situation again, ultimately it kind of comes down to like the fans in the community to like make it as big and fun as possible. And I have to admit, like, from the stuff that I read, it was poorly run. They definitely need to improve on that. Or even just the thing about light sticks, like that didn't make any sense. Like just 90 per venue or something like that. That's crazy. But like I didn't have one, and I'm not super, like concert etiquette like fan or anything like that. So I like wouldn't know what to do with it. And like I got a ton of energy. I'm the light stick myself. I just radiate like my aura. But I definitely want to go again. It was pretty fun. Like I think it's also kind of funny that, since it's like Miku Expo, they like mostly play the Expo songs. So then theoretically speaking, like the more Expo songs they create, like contest winners and then the Expo theme song, like will cut down on like the actual like non-Expo songs eventually, which is a little bit of a shame. I think they might rotate it eventually. Like they might rotate some of them out eventually. But there are like a bunch of those songs that I like. Like um like I would put like two songs that should be in like Miku Expo like forever. Like forever and ever. you know? And like I know I'm not gonna get any comments or anything, but if you like have any two songs that you want in a Miku Expo forever and ever, like for every Miku Expo until like the end of ever or something, you can like comment that. But for me, I think I absolutely want Magical Cure Love Shot. That song is amazing to be there for live. It's so much fun. And probably Intergalactic Bound. That's a really, really good song. And I think the funny caveat to that too is that if they visit a bunch of different cities, then Circus P has to like shout them out like every single time. So those would be really fun, like to always have in a Miku Expo. Like there's a couple other ones that I really like Blue Star. No, I'm trying to remember. No, I can't remember. I'm old. Um, but yeah. So like like that's it. Like nah, I could probably talk a little bit more, but I do have like a couple little extra stuff. Like like when we were trying to go out, everyone was kind of like caged in because of like the traffic of people just trying to get out. That was crazy. But and we kind of just ended up in the parking lot just chatting, me and my friends. Um but that was actually kind of difficult cuz the arena was like next to an airport. So like every now and then we'd have to like stop our conversation for like a but yeah. Uh Gee, what was I gonna say? All right, in the middle of the concert, or like not in the middle, but right before, everyone's just having their fun, and like people bring their plushies and all, and they just start getting into like these fights or whatever, and Miku gets into like this plushie fight with like a Garfield, and she gets like wrecked, and like how the dolls are made, their hair like goes up, and she looks bald, and everyone just starts chanting bald, bald, bald. And one of my friends asked, like, why are they chanting bald? And I'm like, well, like, the dolls are kind of like bald. Like, the plushies are kind of bald. Like, they're made that way. And I had one myself. And, he kind of asked me to show him, like, oh, is your plushie bald? And I'm like, yes. And he's just like, oh my gosh. So silly. Um, yeah, okay. I think I'll try to get to my other things. Oh, well, like the afterward, like me and my friend, because we kind of like I went with a couple friends and we kind of split ways. Like after we all left, um, we so I went with like my other friend and we ended up eating at like we ended up getting takeout at a Chinese place and I went back to his place to eat it and his dog basically just attacked me for my food. It's like what a way to end it, end the night. Um, in 2014, I went with like my sister and we ended up eating like curry afterwards. And I didn't get attacked by a dog that time. So, like, I don't know. Wow. So, I wanted to also do this because, you know, what a perfect time, right? Well, not really. I've actually had this in storage for like forever. But let's see. This is from Good Smile. I thought it'd be a little bit bigger, but well, that works okay. Comes with like this pick. It doesn't open all the way, so you can't put a real guitar in here, but yeah, it works. But the funny thing is, I also have a specific reason for like doing this too. But you know, I can actually put like my Miku goodies, my Expo goodies in this probably. All right. So, just, you know, like wait right there, or, you know, there'll be a VOD so you can skip like the silent part. So, yeah. finally got my guitar. Oh, crap. How to move around like this. And that's about it. Almost, actually. I do have one more thing. But you know, like this is like just kind of like an in joke, really. And like, unfortunately, only one of my friends actually watched Bocchi the Rock, so only one of them knows the joke. Like, I think I'll eventually explain it to like my friends. Um, you know, I'll probably just explain it to them. Like for whatever reason, I can't seem to get them to watch Bocchi the Rock. But it's like whatever. I've never sat in this thing. I have no idea how to sit. Yeah, I'm gonna, open one more thing. That would be this. It's actually a lot smaller than I thought it would be. Also kind of like, I wonder why they went with like the sad expression. Or maybe that's not like a sad expression. And this. I actually really like the design for this, but I don't really need like a smartphone grip, but very good design. I think she drew it herself. And this. It really is huge. Let's see. you feel the power. But I mean, I kind of got it to like use for DDR, but even then, like I don't really like carrying like a bunch of stuff when I go out like that, because you know you have to like get it all back. But we'll see, I guess. Like, yeah, pretty cool. All right, that's it this time. Now I've got like no more bits left. Oh well. Um, but yeah, like if you made it this far, thank you for watching.